So many of us walk around with this label we've given ourselves, lazy. We say it so casually, almost like a joke. Oh, I just can't stay consistent. Or, I have absolutely no motivation these days. Maybe you find yourself saying, I start things, but I never follow through. We internalize this idea that we are fundamentally lazy, that there's something wrong with our willpower or our character. But I want to challenge that today. I want you to consider a different perspective. What if you're not lazy? What if you're just burnt out? Think about it. Laziness, true laziness, doesn't feel heavy. It's a choice to relax, to do nothing, and it feels, well, kind of good. It's carefree. Burnout, on the other hand, feels incredibly heavy. It's a completely different animal. Burnout is that gut-wrenching feeling of wanting to do things, knowing you have a list of tasks, but feeling like you have absolutely zero energy to even start. It's like your mind is revving the engine, but the car just won't move. Burnout is the guilt you feel when you're not doing anything, a constant hum of anxiety in the background, too. It's that exhausting experience where you try to rest. You take a day off, you binge a show, but that rest doesn't actually restore you. You wake up the next day feeling just as drained, if not more so, because the guilt has piled on top of the fatigue. That isn't laziness. That is a system in crisis. So where does this burnout come from? For most of us, it stems from prolonged pressure without any sense of reward or progress. It's the result of doing too much, for too long, without feeling like you're getting anywhere. Think about a job where you're constantly putting out fires, a family life where your efforts go unnoticed, or a personal project that feels like pushing a boulder uphill, endlessly. A nervous system is a very primal, very powerful thing. It doesn't really care about your 5-year plan or your quarterly goals. Its primary job is to keep you safe. And when the effort you're putting in feels endless and pointless, when there's no relief in sight, your brain interprets this as a threat. It sees this unending grind as dangerous. So what does it do? It pulls the emergency brake. Suddenly, you find yourself scrolling endlessly on your phone. You start avoiding calls and emails. You procrastinate on tasks that used to be simple. This isn't your brain trying to sabotage you. It's not a sign of weakness or a character flaw. It's your brain trying to protect you. It's forcing you to stop because it believes that continuing down the same path will lead to a complete system failure. The procrastination, the avoidance, it's a desperate last-ditch effort from your nervous system to conserve what little energy you have left. You're not lazy, you're overloaded. And here's the most important part. You cannot fix burnout with more discipline. 2. Trying to push through burnout is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Shaming yourself, telling yourself to just be more disciplined, only adds more pressure to an already overloaded system. It reinforces the very cycle that caused the burnout in the first place. Burnout isn't cured by discipline. It's cured by relief. It's cured by clarity. It starts with giving yourself permission to stop. It means taking a hard, honest look at your life and asking, where is all this pressure coming from? And then, ruthlessly removing the unnecessary pressures. Maybe it's saying no to a commitment you overextended yourself for. Maybe it's delegating a task you've been clinging to. Maybe it's just letting go of an unrealistic expectation you've placed on yourself. The real healing begins when you reconnect your effort to meaning. Why did you start this journey in the first place? What truly matters to you? When you can align your actions with your core values, even the smallest step feels rewarding. You have to find the why again. The first step is to stop attacking yourself. Stop calling yourself lazy. Instead, start listening. What is your body trying to tell you? What is your fatigue asking for? When you approach yourself with compassion instead of criticism, something incredible happens. Your energy starts to return. It won't be a sudden flood. It won't happen all at once. It will be a trickle at first, just enough to do one small thing. Maybe it's making your bed. Maybe it's taking a 5-minute walk outside. Maybe it's just drinking a glass of water. It's a tiny bit of energy, a spark, returns. 2. And you use that spark to create a little bit of movement. And that movement, however small, generates a little more energy. It creates a positive feedback loop. You start to feel a tiny sense of accomplishment, a flicker of hope. This is how you come back to life. It's not motivation that saves you. You can't wait for motivation to strike. It's movement. Small, intentional, compassionate movement is what brings you back to yourself. So, if you're feeling heavy, exhausted, and guilty, please stop telling yourself you're lazy. You are a human being who has been carrying too much for too long. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself relief. And then, just take one small step. That's where it all begins. Thanks for listening. If this resonated with you, please consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on living a more intentional life. See you in the next one.